Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. Today I'm going to be using a different modelling paste. I haven't used the Liquitex one before, so I'm going to be giving that a go. I've taken the plastic off of my canvas and I'm going to use that to create some texture. And I've grabbed a bunch of little palette knives out and I want to try and do a bit of texture with that as well. Alright, it's a little different. I want a swooping effect somehow. So just going to sort of draw a bit of a design. Maybe something like that. Oh, putting a bunch of texture on the side there, which you don't want. Let's put some down. Going to try this now. So I want this sort of texture on the outside, and then I'm going to structure some more texture towards the center. I'm just going to fade that out like that. And I haven't quite decided which one of these I'm going to use. I feel like this might be what I want. Or this one maybe. Oh, let's try this one as well. I kind of want these kinds of crossed pattern. A little bit more geometry, but still fluid. Not perfect geometry, but kind of patchworky. I don't know how quickly this one's going to dry. I'll have to have a look at the instructions, but I usually like to leave them overnight. Trying to get a feel for it. So I'm sticking with these two. Maybe try this one again. Give it a bit more squarish. This one seems to go flatter. Yeah. Feel like I might need to bring this back in. Don't know how thick I can go with this, with cracking. I'm kind of starting to create this bit of symmetry. I did want this side to be thicker though, more bold than the other side. Okay, gonna stop there. Can overdo things, I don't want to. I've got probably about a third of it that's got the texture on it. I don't know if I've done this too thick. Got quite a thick bit there. I don't know if I'm going to get cracks. I guess this is going to be a test. If I turn one of the lights off, we should see the shadows better. So hopefully you can see that a little bit better. The textured pattern on there. So this has been drying for a couple of days. I'm actually glad that I've left it for a couple of days so that it's super dry, because I do think I want to try a bit of liquidy paints and I don't want any cracking. I've decided to go with this colour palette. So we've got some sort of teal colours and some earthy tones. I'll put a list on the screen of the colours that I have here. And we're going to start with our base. I think I'm just going to wet my brush today. I'm not going to wet the canvas. I'm going to start with perhaps a mix of these two colours. This is ochre and Van Dyke brown. Just get the canvas covered. And I'm just trying to think where I want my blues. Not really sure yet. Might need more Van Dyke brown. A little bit of this warm grey in. I haven't added gesso to the modelling paste. Pretty sure you can paint straight onto it. It does look a little different than the canvas. But we're going to be putting multiple layers, so this is just my base. Adding white in, but I think I'll change my brush for the other side. I like this colour with the white mixed in. I'm just going round and round. Let's change this brush. I think I prefer this bright aqua green and white. I'm not sure about these colours yet, and that's okay. I just need a base to start with. All right. I don't know how much blue to tan sort of ratio that I want either. I'm not sure about this up here. I think I don't like the way the texture, the blend is. Let's just take out those stripes. Some different colours. I kind of want a bit of brightness coming from here. Nice. Just picking up some of this texture, but before I continue with that, I want to add some kind of liquidy colours, and I think I want to go with the dark colour. I'm just going to add some of this Prussian Violet blue, a little bit of water. Now I'm going to spray this a bit. I'm going to put it through here. Let's see how we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to mix up some Van Dyke Brown as well. So I'm not making it too liquidy, just enough so that I can then spray water directly onto the canvas. So let's try that. Didn't mix it properly, I don't think. I'm tipping a bit of that water off. Just going to connect this water up like that. Alright, I don't think I added enough water to that brown. I'm doing this blue here. Just dribbling down into this brown. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Not sure about that bit. Let's tip that down. Okay, so this is mostly dry. You can see there's still a couple of wettish patches. I'm pretty happy with the direction this is going, but I've got out some other brushes and I'm just going to, let's get a little bit of, I'm going to use a really small brush. Let's see if we can add a little bit of detail. Just fill in that. Just going to kind of smudge in some colours to give, this was a bit white, just to highlight some areas. I'm just going to use my fingers to smudge it in. Get my hands dirty. I mean, they're dirty anyway. So yeah, I might speed this up a little bit because this may take a little while. I think that will dry lighter. I don't know if that's too much. Can remove it. I don't know. I feel like I want a dry brush. Gonna need some more of the warm grey, just lightens it a bit more. Might have gone a bit heavy there. Gonna move on to some blues. Just don't like this one. I think I like that better, bringing some of that green in. This is brilliant green. I think it contrasts better against the ochre. So this is just a lighter colour again. Not really sure about this. Yeah. No! Not so much. Okay. I'm just trying to decide if there's anything else I want to do here. I do like that kind of bright glow there. Yeah, I like that. Gonna have to lift this up on the corner just to stop that from blowing that way. This is dried and I've had a bit of a chance to look at it, and I'm liking the darkness through here, but I think it needs to be bigger. I'm widening this dark area. Problem is I've got this light area that's meeting it. I think I'll have to take this out and make it dark. I will be bringing out the texture though that's in this part. Need some of that green on this side, I think. I just want to take the white further this way. So I think that's going to get the balance right. Just outlining a little bit, just with some watered down white. And here is the final result. I quite liked working with the Liquitex modelling paste. It's quite tough when it's dry, so I quite like that. And I enjoyed making this pattern. I would really like to do it on a larger piece, I think, though, and paint it a little differently. And we've got the other type of texture from the plastic through here. Bit of brightness just there. And a little bit of different colouring just here. I think the top part has some cloudiness to it and a bit of light. But yeah, really like the type of texture. I would like to give that another go at some point. Hope you enjoyed this one. It took me a little while, but I kept coming back to it and changing things. Sometimes you're not quite satisfied with the end result and you just want to make a few tweaks, and these tweaks can take quite some time. But big shout out to the members for helping support the channel, and everyone else who likes the videos and subscribes to the channel. Thank you so much. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.